Vanessa, I had to let our panelist in just because so it'll work. And let me make you spotlight.
Hello.
And Vanessa, let's get this party started because it's going to be a hamburger party.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this recipe. My name is Vanessa. We are going to make avocado shrimp burgers. You can either, if you don't have an air fryer, I will show you how to do it on the stovetop. But if you do and you want to try something, new things out, I'm going to show you how to make our famous shrimp burgers on my air fryer. We're going to make crazy French fries. They're super good, super delicious, and a spicy ketchup that you guys are going to love. Okay, so first of all, I need you guys to take a bowl with a lot of ice because we're going to be using this to crisp up our potatoes. So this really great tip that I got a couple of months ago, I actually just discovered it, is to place, once you cut and peel your potatoes, just place them directly in cold, cold ice water. This will help them crisp up a whole lot. And I'm gonna go ahead and start peeling my potatoes. If you guys wanna leave the peel on, you totally can. Just gonna take it off. I'm gonna do a couple without the skin and a couple with the skin. And we're just gonna leave, just wanna start off with this because the longer they last inside of our ice water, the crispier they'll be. So let's start off with that. And I hope you guys already unfroze your shrimp. If you haven't, right now is the moment to put them in a bowl and run it through cold water. Alrighty. So I just got my air fryer. I had one back at home from Monterey, where I'm from. I didn't have one here, and I just got it through Amazon, and I am in love with it. It's this one right here. It's the Ninja. I got the extra large one because in the picture, it said it could fit a whole chicken in there, and I was super excited about that. So I bought the extra large one, and I believe it really makes a difference. Plus, you can add like layers. It's amazing. So like you can broil, you can air fry, you can bake. It's awesome. Alrighty. So for our fries, we're gonna cut them lengthwise. And it's okay if you have to do it by parts. Like if not all of your fries fit in your air fryer basket, it's totally fine. They'll be ready really quickly. So it's fine if you do it in batches. Because we do need our air fryer to be fully in contact, or hot air from our air fryer to be in contact with all of our fries. So we don't really want to stack them up. If you guys stack them up, it won't come out as good. Some will come chewy, some will be a little raw. All right, so we have our potatoes peeled. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting it lengthwise. We can also do potato wedges if you don't want French fries. Alrighty. So remember, as soon as our French fries are done, I'm gonna start tossing them in my ice water bowl. I'm gonna add a little more water to that, just so that it covers all of my potato. Alrighty. And okay, so for the shrimp burgers, if you don't have a food processor with you, you can just chop your shrimp. That's what I'm gonna do. I have never had a processor in my life. I am planning on getting one soon. But for the moment, I'll just chop up my shrimp really good. If you guys want to start chopping that up, you can go ahead and do that if you're done with your potatoes. Alrighty. 'Alrighty. And make sure they're really covered in the ice water.
Is it better to use the white potatoes that you're using or the russet potatoes?
Well, it really depends. They do have a different texture. So once you start baking them or cooking them, they do come out different. I rather have white potatoes. The only difference about these are that the russet potatoes, I put on your recipe russet potatoes. The only thing that I thought about afterwards was I don't know. I think it's better to have like a very crunchy French fry than to have kind of like the little mush inside, like a little mashed potato that we sometimes get when we eat French fries, or it's more often when we eat potato wedges. They have like that little mashed potato texture in the middle. So that's what you'll get with the russet potatoes. And with white potato, you'll just get Yukon Gold, whatever white potato that you get. You'll get a really crunchy flavor on that, texture on that, sorry.
Thank you.
Of course. Alrighty, and I'm gonna salt my water, my ice water, just a little. So this will dry out our potatoes, our French fries. Okay, so I'm gonna leave those there. I'm just gonna add a little pinch of salt. I'm gonna leave that there. And we're gonna start off by cutting up our shrimp. So the smaller pieces that you guys get, the more texture you guys will get when you're cooking your shrimp burgers. So what I like to do is literally just go in with my knife and chop it up. It doesn't really have to have like a shape or a form. I'm not even asking for little cubes or beautiful cuts. It is just completely chopped shrimp. Again, if you guys have a food processor and you guys want to go ahead and use that, that's totally fine too. And then for our shrimp burgers, what gives it this amazing texture is going to be our breadcrumbs. So for breadcrumbs, you can just buy store-bought breadcrumbs. I made my own. So what I did was literally I just took a couple of slices of white sourdough bread, and I added a little drizzle of olive oil. I added a little salt, a little pepper, just to give it kind of like my own flavor standard kind of thingy. And it's amazing. I'll show it to you in a second, but I tried it and they're amazing. I think it's even better when you make your own, because you know like the seasoning that you're gonna get when you make your burger, when you have it done. So that's pretty cool. My shrimp are clean, deveined. These are raw shrimp. If you bought pre-cooked shrimp, it won't come out the same. The only reason is because it won't stick, and maybe you'll get a drier burger, and that's not really what we're looking for. So I would highly recommend that you guys get fresh shrimp. Alrighty, so while I do this, I'm gonna tell you a little about our spicy ketchup that we're gonna be making later on. So for a spicy ketchup, this really depends on how big of a hot sauce fan you are. So you don't really have to make it that spicy. It's just a little kind of flavor adding to the ketchup. And you can literally use whatever hot sauce you like. So I have a couple of favorite ones that I'll show you in a second. And in your recipes, I wrote down chili powder. Why chili powder? That is completely optional and up to you guys. I put down chili powder because it gives it a great smoked taste. It's amazing. It gives it kind of like this chipotle adobo saucy kind of flavor, and I really like it. But if you guys are not into smoked flavors, you can totally omit the part for the chili powder and just go ahead and use only hot sauce, which is completely fine. Okay, I'm gonna be done with my shrimp soon. Alrighty. So what we're gonna do next is we're just gonna take our chopped shrimp and toss that onto a large mixing bowl. And in our mixing bowl, we're gonna throw in our breadcrumbs. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Remember to wash your hands every time you touch raw seafood, raw protein, whatever you're touching raw, because remember, we don't like cross-contamination. We don't want to get sick. So it's really important that you guys rinse off your hands and your knives every time you guys move on to a different protein, a different ingredient. Even if it's just a little rinse, it's totally fine. We just do need to rinse that. Alrighty. So I'm gonna go ahead, take a large mixing bowl, add my shrimp. And I'm gonna tell you why I have a wet towel under my cutting board. That's really important, at least for me. I'm gonna go ahead and flip my board just so that the seafood side isn't touching my upside. And I'm just gonna go ahead and throw my breadcrumbs in there. So you can see it's really toasty. I left a couple of big pieces just to add a little more texture to my shrimp burgers. Just gonna go ahead and add that. And I'm adding 1/4 cup of mayo. So the other half of this mayo we're gonna use for our spread, for our buns. So 1/4 of a cup here. We're gonna add 1 whole red pepper. And I have here half of a jalapeno diced. So we're just gonna go ahead and add that in here. So the red pepper that I'm using, you guys can use spicy pepper. I'm using the sweet red pepper. I just really like the flavor that it gives to shrimp. I don't know, every time I cook with shrimp, I use that red raw pepper and I love it. I love the flavor that it gives to it. So we're just gonna mix this in here real good. And I'm gonna go ahead and add my shallot, my large shallot, and my garlic, my minced garlic. There we go. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of cilantro, chopped fresh cilantro. If you guys don't really like cilantro, you can omit this. You can even change it for parsley. It's a really good switch up that you guys can do, but I really love cilantro. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna be using my other half of the mayo for. It's gonna be for our spread and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, this smells amazing. So for my breadcrumbs, I used a little garlic powder, I used a little salt, a little pepper. So the flavors that I'm smelling right now is amazing. And the shallots, oof, so much better than just a regular red onion. Because a lot of people do red onion. I like to change, in most of my recipes, I like to change the red onion for shallots just because it's sweeter and it has that same strong, bold flavor. All right, so we got our shrimp mixture right here. And just literally with my hands, I'm gonna add a little salt and a little pepper. And then we're gonna start making our patties. This is the fun part where we get messy. All right. So for my salt, I literally added 2 pinches of salt, which is 3 fingers and 1 thumb. So it's 1 pinch and 2 pinches. Then I'm gonna add 1 pinch of pepper, of black crushed pepper. Just give it a little mixy mix again. And start making my patties. All right, this is gonna be awesome. Okay, So let's take our mixture, make a little bowl out of this, kind of make it into a patty. So if you guys have ever made patties with real regular meat, this is gonna be easy. So the only thing that we need to do is kind of fold it together with our hands and make a beautiful patty.
That looks so pretty. And everybody, I put a screenshot in the chat of the recipe, and I will put it in the email that you guys get tomorrow, but it's there. Having some technical difficulties.
Sorry about that.
No, no problem.
I don't know how to use Google Drive. I've been trying to get the hang of it. I will soon. Okay. So a really great trick for a patty making is making a little ball first. So a ball, and then we're just gonna kind of press it down a little. You guys can make these patties as big as you want. If you want to make them smaller and you want to make maybe mini sliders, that's really awesome too. So I'm just doing regular patties, regular size patties. But that's a great idea, making little shrimp sliders. That's amazing. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to try that out next time. Okay, so my recipe called for 4 to 6 patties. I'm gonna make the 4th one a little bigger, just so that nothing goes to waste. There we go. These are beautiful. Oof, they're gonna be filled with flavor, guys. This is amazing. All right, so we got our patties on our plate, just like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and toss this over here. Again, rinse your hands. It's very important. We don't want any cross-contamination. All right. Clean up as you go. I think it's really important to clean up as you go. You'll enjoy eating afterwards when your face is clean. All right. So before we get to air frying anything, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the other half of our mayo that we have here. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw this onto a bowl. And I'm just going to add a couple of teaspoons of my sriracha sauce. Just mixing this in here. So this is going to be the spread for our shrimp burgers. And you don't even have to salt this because the sriracha is already seasoned. So this is just perfect. So you want a pink salmon color on our spread. So this is a color that we're looking for right here. You can see it's very beautiful. It's a very pink color. We love it. Just gonna put this on to the side. And I'm gonna go ahead and start air frying my burgers.
That is so exciting.
I know, I'm super excited. Okay, I'm gonna take just some non-stick cooking oil. Just give it a little. I'm just gonna go ahead and put my patties in here. There you go. These are amazing. I'm super excited. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna turn on my air fryer to 450, and I'm gonna leave it there for 12 to 15 minutes, and we're gonna flip our burgers halfway. So in about 6 to 7 minutes, you can just go ahead and flip your burgers. Air fry, 450, and here we go. I'm super excited.
I know you
air
are.
frying.
Plus it makes it healthier, I guess.
All right.
I think it makes it healthier.
I know, it does. And that's what makes it really cool and really interesting, that you can make everything just without the frying. It's literally hot air. So you'll get the same consistencies, maybe not the same greasy flavors, but the same textures, the same food, but just healthier. And that's what makes it super, super fun. All right. So for our French fries, just gonna give it a little toss on cold water. So for these, I'm just gonna throw out my iced water. I'm gonna drain all of this, and we're gonna pat dry our French fries, because, well, our potato little slices, because the drier they are, once they goes inside of the air fryer, the crispier they'll be. So the less moisture that they have is going to make them more crispier. So what we're looking for here is to get really crunchy French fries, which are the bomb. Okay.
So Vanessa, if you don't have an air fryer, about how long do you have to cook them on each side on the stove?
So for my, I'm gonna pause this for a second. I'm gonna take one of my burgers out and do one with you guys on the stovetop. So if you're gonna do them on your stovetop, these are gonna be done in about 9 minutes, 10 minutes. So you guys, the only thing you need to really do is always remember to flip your burgers halfway through the time. So I'm gonna take some all right. I'm gonna take one of my little patties. Oof, this already smells amazing. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna take my patty. I'm gonna add just a little non-stick cooking spray, and I'm just gonna place it on there. I'm gonna put my heat on to medium high. Just gonna wait till that is a little hotter. I'm bringing these back to my air fryer. And we're literally just gonna toss our patty onto our hot pan. Ooh, I can hear it sizzling and it's amazing. All right, so it really takes the same amount of time. The only thing that it's gonna be different is one is gonna be cooked with really hot air and the other one is gonna be cooked on our stovetop. So we are gonna leave that there. If you guys wanna cover your patty up just so that it cooks quicker and it's still a little juicy, you can totally go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna leave it there. So we're gonna take our potatoes, just gonna place them on my paper towel. So the reason that I'm doing this is because the ice, my ice that I use, there's already starting to melt and they're like small little pieces. I think this is gonna be easier. It's just to take my potatoes out like this. Okay, so for your potatoes, you can literally do this recipe for so many different potatoes, like for so many different flavored French fries. You can even go ahead and add, I think I'm gonna do that too with you guys. You can even go ahead and add garlic powder. You can add some chipotle powder that I love. There we go. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my shrimp is cooking already. I'm gonna take my bowl, a mixing bowl, and I'm just gonna pat dry my fries. Because we don't want any water on them. Okay. And we want our flavors to really stick on to our potatoes. Just gonna go ahead and put this all in my mixing bowl. And we're gonna add a tablespoon of olive oil. If you guys wanna go ahead and use avocado oil, you can totally do that too. I'm gonna use olive oil. Ooh, the smell is amazing. I want to show you the burger. Okay, so I'm just drizzling some olive oil on that. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Just give it a quick toss with your hand. Have everything really well coated with your oil and our salt and our pepper. And this is the moment where you can go ahead and add whatever spices you guys want. You can even add some Parmesan cheese. You can even add garlic, onion powder, parsley, cilantro.
You're making me hungry.
I know, I know. This is gonna be such a great dinner. I'm super excited about this. Plus, shrimp burgers are one of my favorite things to make and to eat because they don't hurt my stomach. So like when I eat a lot of meat, I kind of feel bad. So if you guys are the same as me, if you guys are the same as me, shrimp burgers is your new best friend. Okay, these are so good. I'm super excited. Okay, a little piece of it kind of cut off, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try that. Because it smells amazing, you have no idea. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and flip my burgers inside of my air fryer. They look gorgeous. I want to show you the colors on these. Okay. I'm afraid. I grab my spatula. Look at this. They're so beautiful. I'm gonna give them one little flip. This one over here. And this one over here. Perfect. And I'm gonna take these back to my air fryer for another 6 minutes. Alrighty. Okay, I was gonna taste my burger. It's so good. I love it. Okay. For our buns, you guys can toast them inside of your air fryer. You guys can toast them on top of your stovetop. I think I'm just gonna do the stovetop. Just because we have, oh, I think I have a griddle. I'd rather use that. Just because we have a lot of stuff going on our air fryer, I'm just gonna use this. So again, we're just gonna add a little non-stick cooking oil to our griddle. Go ahead and open your buns up. I'm gonna start heating this up. Let's start super low, super low. And if we can even wait. We can wait until our fries are done to do that. Okay, my burger on my stovetop is about to be ready. It's a little quicker because the heat is coming from the bottom. So it's literally cooking my burger side by side. Other than the air fryer that's cooking the whole thing just with really hot air inside of a small space. So that's what air frying basically is. Alrighty. And we can, I'm gonna clean up a little. If you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and ask me. This is the moment. Oh, of course, my White Claw for later, for when I start eating. Okay, I'm gonna start cutting up my garnish for my burger. So to garnish my burger, I'm gonna be using some tomato slices, some lettuce, a lot of avocado. So we have our garnishes ready. Tomato. You guys can even add a little more red onion. You guys could add white onion, more jalapeno. You guys are into the spices. Maybe serrano. Serrano would be a great idea. All right, this burger is done. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on a separate plate while we wait for our other burgers to be ready. Look at this.
That looks good.
Looks beautiful, and it smells amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and check my patties. Okay, these are done. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on a separate plate. Just perfect. These are hot. Very hot, so be careful.
They're beautiful.
I know, it's so pretty.
And so fast.
I know, that's what I love about the air fryer. You can literally cook anything in such a short amount of time. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean up my fryer a little just before I pop in my fries, because then if we leave stuff there, the burnt flavor of our previous plate ingredients or plates is gonna smoke our fries, and we don't want that. I'm just gonna take a paper towel and just literally just clean it up like this. That is also another fun part about the air fryer. You don't even have to clean it in between your cookings. Like right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw my French fries on there. Just gonna put some non-stick cooking oil. And remember, don't overlap your French fries. We really want a thin layer covering all of our basket, obviously, but we don't want to overwhelm our air fryer. The only reason for this and that I make it super kind of like a point is I love crispy French fries. So if you guys love the crisp, I really recommend you don't overfill it. And we can do this in batches. Totally fine. Okay, this is perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in here. So for these, I put down on your recipes that you guys should have your air fryer preheated. So if you guys did your burgers already, your air fryer is already preheated. So just go ahead and click start. Same, 450, 400, 380. It really depends on your air fryer and the potency that it has. So obviously, always be checking your food. And now we can go ahead and turn on our griddle for our bread. And I'm gonna literally start off at low heat, just because we don't want our bread to become hard. So if you leave it on there for a long time, it'll be hard. Okay, so we have our tomato there. We have some lettuce. Here. This is perfect size for a burger. Okay, and I'm gonna cut my avocado. I'm gonna slice it. Beautiful. Cut this in half.
I love your hack on how to open an avocado.
Yeah, it's super easy. It's super simple. I know that people have sometimes a struggle when cutting open avocados. I want to show you. Okay, so it's super simple. Because one of my friends, I'm going to tell you a funny story. One of my friends cut their hand open trying to cut open an avocado. And I'm like, dude, how is it possible that you literally like almost cut your finger all completely off. Cutting an avocado, like it's the easiest thing. But it's true for us Mexicans, we grew up like that. We grew up slicing avocado, eating avocado almost every day. So it's really funny how to see kind of like the different culture aspect to avocados. That's a really fun way of cutting these open. So let me show you. The way that I do it is you take it lengthwise. You just start cutting it through the middle. Obviously with very little pressure. Yes, it does need pressure, but it's very little. It's just a little. And then you take it, you put one of the halves on your palm and then the other palm, and you literally just press down a little on it and twist it to the side. So once it's twisted to the side, you get your beautiful avocado.
That is just gorgeous.
And then the way you take the seed out, you never go like this with your knife ever, because it'll go right through it and you'll chop your finger off. The way to go is just a little pressure. So you see this, this is the pressure that it needs. So it's nothing. So you literally just do that, twist it, and there you go.
Beautiful.
All right. I'm gonna cut a couple of slices of my avocado for my burgers. This is beautiful. Okay, Northgate has the best avocados ever. Every time I open one up, it's just, I know it's gonna be perfect. All right, let's go ahead and check on our fries, and flip them just the way we did with our burgers. Super important that we give them a little flippy. Where is my, here we go. This is so beautiful. Okay, they're starting to turn a little golden color. But we still need to give it a couple more minutes. So these are gonna take from 16 to 18 minutes to be done. They've only been in there for 5 minutes. So while we wait for that, I kind of want to show you guys a little recipe that I love, which is my spicy ketchup recipe. It's super simple, it's super easy. Just gonna clean up a little. Okay, so for our spicy ketchup, we're gonna be using your favorite hot sauce, whatever hot sauce that is, and ketchup. So for my ketchup, I'm gonna literally open this up because I just bought it. Because I wanna make a ton for my house. I wanna have some already made. Okay. So just go ahead and do as much as you guys are gonna eat. So if you don't wanna do what the recipe calls for, just do enough for you, your burgers and your fries. If you wanna leave some for your house, for your fridge, you can totally go ahead and do that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my ketchup on there. And just add a couple of drops of your hot sauce. I'm gonna use about 3 to 4 teaspoons of my hot sauce. And again, the chili powder is totally optional. You don't have to use it. I'm not gonna be using it today. No, never mind, I will. It's fine. I really do like the smoky flavor to it. It's just a little pinch. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix that. I'm super excited. I can't wait to eat this. My mouth is literally watering. I can't. This is amazing. So my spicy ketchup is ready. I'm gonna put my spread in another bowl. Let me just flip real quick my burger bread, my burger buns. And now you can go ahead and turn the heat a little higher, just because our fries are gonna be ready soon and I want everything to be ready at the same time.
So if
Am I
you,
ready? Sorry?
no, sorry, if you joined us late, we will put this up by the end of week on our website so that you guys could see the whole recording.
So my burger buns are about to be done. Let's go ahead and check on our fries again. Just toss them a little. Oh, kind of want to grab one. Whew. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna try one of my fries. They're not ready yet. I want them a little more golden. They're almost ready. I'm super excited. Okay, so for the spicy ketchup, I really like spice. So if you guys want to go ahead and add a couple more teaspoons of your hot sauce, you can totally go ahead and do that. I'm not, because we already used some sriracha on our spread for our burgers. So it's gonna give it this really nice contrast to both of our hot sauces. All right. My burger buns are about to be done. So I'm just gonna plate one of my burgers. So take the bottom bun, take some of your spread, our mayo sriracha spread. This is gonna be perfect with your burger. So I'm adding just enough. And I'm putting in just enough because I want to add a couple teaspoons of this also to my top bun. Okay, so you got your spread there. Turn this around. Perfect. I'm gonna take my burger. We're excited. I'm just gonna place this onto my bun. My beautiful bun. Perfect. I'm going to add some tomato, some lettuce, and avocado, a lot of avocado. Here. I'm just gonna take my top bun, add a little more spread. I'm adding the spread on the top bun just so that my bun really sticks to my burger. And we don't have flimsy burgers. I want to cut this a little.
They want to know which burger tastes better, the air fryer or the other one. So you're gonna have to do a taste test.
To be honest, I really like the flavor on both of them because we're using basically the same ingredients. Just one of them is a little crunchier on the outside and the other one is a little more moist. So for the air fryer ones, the air fryer, what it does is in the little space that we have inside of our air fryer, that gets super heated up with super hot air. So what it does is literally it starts cooking things from the inside out. That's what it's doing. So on our stovetop, what it does is heat everything from the bottom side up, and then since we flipped it around, it's bottom side up and then bottom side up. So the middle of our stovetop burger is going to be more moist than our air fryer burger. But it really just depends on the texture that you guys like. If you guys want to leave it a little longer on your stovetop just to a lower heat, It's gonna be awesome and amazing also. So they really taste good.
This can also make a great lettuce wrap. I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, if you guys want to omit the buns, you can totally do just a little lettuce wrap thingy. You can just have the patties. The patties are really good by themselves also. So that's really fun. Let's go ahead and check on our fries. Okay, they're perfect. Can you hear that? They are so crunchy. They're so crunchy. I was about to put that inside of my mouth and get super burnt. Okay. I'm gonna take my bowl and just transfer my fries in here. Perfect. I'm gonna add a little pinch of salt just to finish off my fries. And if you guys want to add more pepper, you totally can. Just give them a little toss. No, can you guys hear the crunch? I'm super excited. Wow. I'm gonna go ahead and plate these. My beautiful plate. And I'm gonna add my spicy ketchup to this little bowl here. And your burgers are ready to go. Look at this. This is beautiful. I don't have an assistant today, so I'm gonna go ahead and go the other way and bring my phone closer to this plate just because it's amazing. It's beautiful and I really want you guys to see it. Look at this beautiful plating. Can you guys see? There's a lot of shadow there. Look at that. It's beautiful. Kind of want to cut this through the middle just so you guys can see our texture there.
Your assistant is missing on a great dinner.
I know, she was super sad. But she had a couple of things going on because she's getting married soon.
Oh, it
They're
looks
really
delicious. Looks super delicious.
It's amazing. I'm gonna cut it open just so that you guys can see through the middle. Here we go. Look
Oh,
at that.
wow.
It's beautiful, right?
Yes.
I love this. I can't wait to take a bite out of this. And our French fries look amazing. So this is my famous avocado shrimp burger and our air fryer French fries and our spicy ketchup.
Wow. Delicious. And now you're going to drink it with your White Claw. So
Yes,
you're going to have a great dinner.
Sorry?
You're going to have a great dinner.
I am going to have a great dinner. If you guys are doing it with me, I hope you guys enjoy. And follow me on Instagram, tag me on your pictures. I'll be super excited and super happy to repost you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week, next Tuesday. We're going to be making some sweet snacks.
Okay, bye, Vanessa.